If she's here, it's crystal clear. I'm where I'm meant to go.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at the Disney tunes that tug at our heartstrings, whether they're about romance, familial love, or just pure emotions.
No, it can't be. I'll just ignore. But then she's never looked at me that way before.
Number 30. Define Dancing, WallE.
Psst, computer. Define dancing.
Dancing, a series of movements involving two partners where speed and rhythm match harmoniously with music.
Not every song needs lyrics that cut deep, especially when the instrumental does the job. Staying true to the minimal dialogue in the movie, WallE and Eve's first romantic moment is a celebration of wordless emotion. After finding WallE safely floating in space, a relieved Eve kisses him. As the musical sequence continues, the two robots flit around the ship's engines and circle each other with trails of light and fire extinguisher fluids. WallE and Eve's space dance is filled with infectious joy. It even brings two people on the Axiom together.
Hey, WallE! Hey, it's your buddy John! Hey!
Alright.
The captain's request to the ship provides the song's title, but all he needs to do is look outside to see it in all its beauty. Number 29. Candle on the Water, Pete's Dragon. It's important to hold on to hope, even if all seems futile. No song better illustrates this message than this track from Pete's Dragon.
I know you're lost and drifting, but the clouds are lifting. Don't give up, you have somewhere to turn.
With her fiancé Paul lost at sea, Nora keeps believing in his return. Alone with her thoughts, she sings a ballad about her never-ending hope. During the song, we only see Nora on the lighthouse balcony, yet the lyrics take us on a whole journey.
Keep holding on, you'll make it. Here's my hand, so take it.
Candle on the Water reflects the overall theme of Pete's Dragon as well, as the story centers around believing in the impossible. Bolstered by Helen Reddy's timeless voice, the song hits as hard as ever, even decades after its release.
I'll never let you go.
Number 28. Lava, Lava.
A long, long time ago, there was a volcano living all alone in the middle of the sea.
Even volcanoes deserve love in the Pixar universe. This short follows volcanoes Uku and Lele. Separated by a distance they can't overcome, they pine for each other for centuries. The soft, peaceful strumming of the ukulele places us in the same state of mind as the two yearning volcanoes.
I have a dream I hope will come true, that you're here with me and I'm here with you.
The lyrics tell a simple story, but paired with the moving animation, we're charmed. The song is heartbreaking and heartwarming in equal measure. Despite its short runtime, we're invested in Uku and Lele getting together before the song ends. Needless to say, we love this tune too.
We thank the earth, steer the sky, we thank to I love you.
Number 27. I'm Wishing and One Song, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Make a wish into the well, that's all you have to do. And if you hear it echoing, your wish will soon come true.
The first song in Disney film animation history hits all the right notes, as does the follow-up moments later. Standing at a well, our heroine sings about her aspirations for true love.
And I'm dreaming of the nice things you say.
It's a cute, catchy tune that not only gains her some animal admirers, but also attracts the prince. After Snow White flees, the prince sings one song to confess his love now that he's met her.
One song
but one song only for you.
While it isn't the longest or most memorable musical sequence Disney would produce, it definitely paved the way for countless classic love songs that would follow. Number 26, At the Beginning, Anastasia.
We were strangers, starting out on a journey.
Yes, Anastasia wasn't a Disney film at the time of its release. However, since the company's acquisition of 20th Century Fox, it's technically a Disney movie in retrospect, and At the Beginning is too good not to include. The song highlights the romance between the titular character and Dimitri. Against all odds, the two overcome Rasputin's threat and Anya's amnesia to end up together. Donna Lewis and Richard Marx lend their voices to the pop ballad. The duet is the perfect track to sign off with, as Anya and Dimitri finally have a shot at happiness. Number 25, Dos Oruguitas, Encanto.
Dos oruguitas enamoradas pasan sus noches y madrugadas.
One of the prevailing themes of Encanto is unresolved grief and family trauma. In a flashback sequence, we see how Alma Madrigal's fear of losing her family has caused her to hurt them. The song is at once romantic and heartbreaking, as we see Alma fall in love and begin a life with her husband Pedro before they're forced to flee from their home.
Siguen creciendo, no saben cuándo buscar algún rincón. El tiempo sigue cambiando.
The lyrics might be in Spanish, but even someone who doesn't speak the language can feel the emotion from the melody. Fortunately, Alma's reconciliation with her granddaughter Mirabel highlights the uplifting parts of the song, and we get a healing final chorus.
Ay, mariposas, no se aguanten más, hay que crecer, aparte y volver, hacia adelante seguirás.
Number 24, Baby Mine, Dumbo. There's nothing like a mother's love. Even when Mrs. Jumbo is chained up in isolation, she's more concerned with consoling her child.
Baby mine, don't you cry. Baby mine, dry your eyes.
Only able to interact through the bars of the wagon, she cradles Dumbo while the song plays out. It's a moving track that speaks to the unconditional love a parent has for their children.
Let those eyes sparkle and shine, never a tear, baby of mine.
The lyrics accompanying the music are easy to get lost in. Their simplicity, paired with layered singing and the lulling of the instrumental, could rock us to a peaceful sleep if not for the dramatic tension we feel for Mrs. Jumbo. Much like Timothy, we find it hard not to wipe away a tear from our eyes.
You are so precious to me, cute as can be, baby of mine.
Number 23, Married Life, Up. It's remarkable how a piece of music can make you smile, laugh, and cry all within a few minutes. The opening sequence of Up tells us the story of Carl and Ellie.
Hey, I don't bite. You and me, we're in a club now.
We hear the first notes of the song when they meet in childhood, although the piece really kicks in when the two get married. Their life together is filled with repetition and struggle, but also creativity, problem solving, and love. And as the sequence continues and Ellie's health declines, the inevitabilities of life and death take a solemn turn. The instrumental piece goes a long way in a short amount of time to frame Carl's character and journey for the rest of the film.
We're on our way, Ellie.
Number 22, Remember Me, Coco. When sung by Ernesto de la Cruz, Remember Me is a festive number that celebrates his fandom. But in different iterations, the song's meaning changes completely.
It's his most popular song.
Ah, it's too popular.
Remember me, though I have to travel far. Remember
Don't let it make you cry.
It's through Hector and Miguel that the touching quality shines through. As the original songwriter, Hector sings it as a lullaby to young Coco, showing the undying love he has for his daughter, even when the two are separated.
For even if I'm far away, I hold you in my heart. I sing a secret song to you each night we are apart.
The minimalist nature of the song works to its benefit, highlighting the simple and strong bond between father and child. When Miguel plays the piece to remind the elderly Coco of her long-lost father, it illustrates the strength of intergenerational love that families can share.
Until you're in my arms again, remember me.
Number 21. So Close, Enchanted. On the face of it, True Love's Kiss seems like the designated love song of Enchanted, but while it's a great homage to classic Disney love songs, So Close captures what real-life love is like.
A life goes by, romantic dreams must die, so I bid mine goodbye and never knew.
Singer-songwriter John McLaughlin performs the contemporary number during a scene at a costume ball. In a moving dance sequence, Giselle realizes her previous idea of true love can't measure up to her feelings for Robert.
And look how far we've come, so far we are so close.
As the pair twirls through what they think could be their final dance together, both realize they belong together. The relatively simple production and lyrics leave room for the theme of the song to resonate. You can be so close to true love.
So close and still so far.
Number 20. If I Didn't Have You, Monsters, Inc. This isn't about romance, but rather friendship.
Look, you and I are a team. Nothing is more important than our friendship.
One of Pixar's definitive buddy pictures, the success of Monsters, Inc. largely lies in the relationship between Sully and Mike. The film closes out with a duet that personifies why they're two sides of the same coin.
You and me together, that's how it always should be. One without the other don't mean nothing to me, nothing to me.
If I Didn't Have You has an old-school Frank Sinatra sound to it with witty lyrics and a classy melody. The comedic chemistry that John Goodman and Billy Crystal bring to the table is also reminiscent of Bing Crosby and Bob Hope's musical numbers in the Road 2 movies.
Off on the road to Morocco.
After 15 nominations, this love letter to friendship won writer Randy Newman an overdue Academy Award.
I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have you. A-E-I-O. That means you.
Number 19. Heaven's Light, The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
So many times out there, I've watched a happy pair of lovers walking in the night.
Having befriended Esmeralda, the lonely hunchback Quasimodo feels as if he's been touched by an angel. For the first time in his life, his cold, dark tower is hit with the warm embrace of heaven's light. While not a grand, sweeping ballad, this calming tune does capture the sentiment of finding love with somebody who may share the same feelings.
But suddenly an angel has smiled at me and kissed my cheek without a trace of fright.
Heaven's Light is immediately followed by the haunting Hellfire, which creates a pitch-perfect contrast between our hero and villain.
Hellfire, this fire in my skin.
Quasimodo and Judge Frollo both desire Esmeralda, but each man sees her in a different light. Where Frollo's song is driven by lust, Quasimodo's is about love. Although Quasimodo doesn't end up with Esmeralda, his affection for her remains sincere, much like this song.
I swear it must be heaven's love.
Number 18, Lost in the Woods, Frozen 2.
Again you're gone, off on a different path than mine. I'm left behind, wondering if I should follow.
As flawless as the first Frozen soundtrack was, we were eager for Jonathan Groff's Kristoff to get a full-blown musical number in the sequel. Frozen 2 delivered in unexpected, hilarious, and swoon-worthy ways. Struggling to propose to Anna, Kristoff finds himself lost in more ways than one. Kristoff lets his emotions out in what might be Disney's most surreal love song, complete with a chorus of reindeer, all of whom are voiced by Groff.
Now I know you're my true north, 'cause I am lost in the woods. Up is down, day is night when you're not there.
With a clear 80s influence, Groff aspired to summon the energy of balladeers gone by. Lost in the Woods is definitely a departure from the film's other songs, but that's part of the reason why it's so rewatchable. The striking visuals, retro instrumentals, and Groff's infectious vocals don't hurt either. Number 17, Love is a Song, Bambi.
Love is a song that never ends. Life may be swift and fleeting.
Performed by Donald Novis, this tranquil tune earned composer Frank Churchill and lyricist Larry Morey an Oscar nomination. Serving as the film's introduction, Love is a Song works on multiple levels. On one hand, it speaks to Bambi and Feline's romance, which blooms over time. Its themes of eternal love can also be applied to the bond between Bambi and his mother, who remains a part of her son even in death. Above all else, it's about the beauty of nature and the love that blossoms there. Through its music and visuals, Bambi will leave the audience with a newfound appreciation for the forest. This song in particular reminds us that nature is a divine yet delicate force that needs our love and care. Number 16, Love Will Find a Way, The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride.
In a perfect world, one we've never known.
While it's hard to top the first film soundtrack, The Lion King 2 delivered some surprisingly memorable tunes for a straight-to-video Disney sequel. Where the original classic was loosely inspired by Hamlet, Simba's Pride borrows from another Shakespeare play, Romeo and Juliet.
There's a perfect world shining in your eyes, and if only they could feel it too, the happiness I feel with you.
Although Simba's daughter Kiara and outsider Kovu do get a happier ending, their forbidden romance isn't without trials. This song comes at a pivotal moment where Kovu is forced to leave the Pride Lands. Although the world around them is falling apart, Kiara and Kovu try to remain confident that they'll find a way back to each other. Love Will Find a Way strikes a balance between heartbreak and hope, encouraging star-crossed lovers everywhere not to give up.
I know love will find a way.
Number 15, Love, Robin Hood.
It seems like only yesterday you were just a child at play.
Actions speak louder than words, and the same can be said about music. Reuniting after several years, Robin Hood and Maid Marian run off together on a moonlit night. This sequence is solely carried by the charming animation, as well as an Oscar-nominated song from George Bruns and Floyd Huddleston. Simply titled Love, the melody and lyrics are nostalgic while also being optimistic about the future on the horizon.
Once we watched a lazy world go by. Now the days seem to fly.
The song plays in Marian's head, although it wasn't sung by her voice actress Monica Evans. That distinction goes to Nancy Adams, Huddlestone's real-life wife. How fitting that a song about love would have an actual married couple in common.
Life is brief, but when it's gone, love goes on and on.
Love would later work its way into another animated feature about foxes, Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Still painting thunderstorms, I see.
Do you still feel poor?
Less so.
Number 14, You'll Be in My Heart, Tarzan.
Come, stop your crying. It'll be all right. Just take my hand. Hold it tight.
Before it was an Oscar-winning ballad, You'll Be in My Heart started out as Phil Collins' lullaby to his daughter, actress Lily Collins. The song in the film works in the same context. Adopting a human orphan she names Tarzan, the maternal gorilla Kala attempts to soothe her new infant.
'Cause you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart.
In addition to summing up Tarzan's eternal bond with Kala, the song manages to encapsulate the movie's overarching themes about finding love, acceptance, and your destiny in unexpected places. Tarzan centers on characters from two worlds coming together, putting their differences aside to discover the similarities. Love is a strange phenomenon that's not always easy to explain, but You'll Be in My Heart is as comforting as a hug from an adoring parent.
You'll be here in my heart always.
Number 13, If I Never Knew You, Pocahontas.
If I never knew you, if I never felt this love.
Although a pop version performed by John Cicada and Shanice was played over the end credits, If I Never Knew You was missing from the narrative when Pocahontas hit theaters in 1995.
I'd rather die tomorrow than live 100 years without knowing you.
The duet between Pocahontas and an imprisoned John Smith had been 90% animated, but it supposedly didn't hook children during test screenings. The song was thus cut, although a fully animated version was eventually added for the film's 10th anniversary.
If I never knew.
I thought our love would be so beautiful. Somehow we'd make the whole world bright.
Finally seeing it woven into the story, we can't believe they removed this tender tune. Quieter and more intimate than some of the other songs on our list, the lyrics get to the root of a timeless saying, "'Tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all."
Lost forever. If I never knew.
Number 12, Mabel Evangeline, The Princess and the Frog.
Look how she lights up the sky. Mabel Evangeline.
That ain't no fun.
The Princess and the Frog returned to Disney's tradition of musical fairy tales, a formula that wouldn't be complete without a love ballad. Mabel Evangeline not only harkens back to classic Disney love songs, but also When You Wish Upon a Star. On a starry night, Ray serenades the evening star, under the impression that it's another firefly named Evangeline.
There's someone as beautiful as she could love someone like me.
This sets the stage for a leaping waltz shared between Tiana and Prince Naveen. With a classic New Orleans sound, the song complements its bayou setting as the frogs turn lily pads into their personal ballroom. It sets an utterly romantic tone that brings out the desire to dance with a loved one under a legion of stars.
Look how she lights up the sky. I love you, Evangeline.
Number 11, Love is an Open Door, Frozen.
Okay, can I just say something crazy?
I love crazy.
All my life has been a series of doors in my face, and then suddenly I bump into you.
There isn't isn't another Disney love song quite like this one, seeing how it's also technically a villain song. After years of isolation, Anna immediately finds herself drawn to the dashing Prince Hans, who has more devious intentions in mind. While Hans hasn't shown his true colors yet, Love is an Open Door does foreshadow his eventual betrayal.
I've been searching my whole life to find my own place.
Although there's something darker lurking underneath, it still works as a lively love song. Of course, it's less about true love and more about love at first sight.
Our mental synchronization can have but one explanation. You
And I
were
just
meant to be.
After a perfect first date, it's natural for somebody to feel like they're walking on air.
Love is an open door.
This song epitomizes that rush. But as Anna discovers throughout the film, it takes more than one dreamy night to earn someone's love.
Will you marry me?
Can I say something even crazier? Yes!
Number 10, Once Upon a Dream, Sleeping Beauty. Disney has gotten some backlash in the past for their big screen romances, which typically take one day to blossom.
I know you, I walked with you once upon a dream.
In an animated fairy tale musical like Sleeping Beauty, though, a little suspension of disbelief is acceptable. Lost in a daydream, Princess Aurora lives out her fantasy with some woodland friends filling in for her prince.
You loved me at once, the way you did once upon a dream.
Her dreams become a reality, however, as Prince Philip cuts in and turns the solo into a duet. It only takes one song for us to buy the instant chemistry between them, sweeping us off our feet.
You loved me at once, the way you did once upon a dream.
Number 9, Someday My Prince Will Come, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
He was so romantic, I could not resist.
In recent years, Disney has jumped off the Wait for Your Prince bandwagon, which may lead some to argue this classic song from the immortal Snow White is dated.
Someday my prince will come. Someday we'll meet again.
Someday My Prince Will Come is about much more than simply waiting around and doing nothing, though.
And away to his castle we'll go, to be happy forever.
It's about maintaining hope even during the darkest of times.
Someday when spring is here, we'll find our love anew.
Such optimism is the first step towards making your dreams come true. When all's sung and done, Snow White is rewarded for her love, kindness, and positive attitude with the happiest ending imaginable.
And the birds will sing, and wedding bells will ring. Someday when my dreams come true.
Number 8, I Won't Say I'm in Love, Hercules. Where most Disney heroines embrace true love, Megara has been burned so many times in the past that she views affection as a weakness.
No chance, no way, I won't say it, no, no. You swoon, you sigh, why deny it,
Her cynical perspective on love begins to melt, however, upon meeting the dreamy Hercules.
Still cliche, I won't say I'm in love.
While she knows her true feelings deep down, Meg fights them around every corner. She needs to sing her heart out to unleash such emotions with support from a choir of muses. Like Meg herself, I Won't Say I'm in Love is lively, spunky, and more sincere than it lets on.
At least out loud, I won't
won't say I'm in love.
Number 7. Kiss the Girl, The Little Mermaid.
And you don't know why, but you're dying to try. You wanna kiss the girl.
At this point in The Little Mermaid, Prince Eric is too nervous to speak up, and Ariel is physically incapable of speaking up. It's up to Sebastian to articulate exactly what's going through their heads with a little musical accompaniment.
Not a single word. Go on and kiss the girl. Sing with me now.
Using the picturesque environment to its full advantage, the Jamaican Crab sets the mood with a soothing melody and enticing lyrics. The song feels like a whisper from Cupid himself, telling you to give into your heart and kiss the girl. A much better alternative to Scuttle's vocal chops. Number 6. So This Is Love, Cinderella.
So this is love. So this is love.
Cinderella and Prince Charming share next to no written dialogue with one another. But once again, that's not really required to develop their relationship.
My heart has wings, and I can fly.
This elegant song is more than enough, suitably capturing the sensation of falling in love at first sight.
So this is the miracle that I've been dreaming of.
With a mellow rhythm that'll either transport you to a storybook dreamland or back to the 1950s, it's the ideal tune to waltz along to with your significant other. In just over a minute, So This Is Love sums up the entire spirit of the Cinderella story.
So this is love.
Oh my goodness.
What's the matter?
It's midnight.
Number 5. Bella Notte, Lady and the Tramp. One of Disney's most iconic romances isn't actually about humans, but the phenomenon of puppy love.
Oh, this is the night, it's a beautiful night, and we call it Bella Notte.
This has got to be the most famous moment in Lady and the Tramp, as our furry lovers share a plate of spaghetti.
With your loved one, you'll find an enchantment here.
What completes the tender scene is the musical stylings of Tony on accordion and Joe on guitar.
They have stars in their eyes on this lovely Bella Notte.
Even if you're in an alley, this song will make you feel like you've been taken to Italy on a starry evening. This is how all mutts should treat their ladies.
And the heavens are right on this lovely Bella Notte.
Number 4. I See the Light, Tangled.
All those days watching from the windows.
Along with lyricist Glenn Slater, composer Alan Menken made his triumphant return to fully animated Disney fairy tales with Tangled. They fashioned one of the studio's most beautiful songs ever with the pivotal I See the Light.
And at last I see the light, and it's like the fog has lifted. And at last I see the light, and it's like the sky is new.
As the night sky fills with lanterns of perpetual radiance, Rapunzel and Flynn Rider realize where they're meant to be and whom they want to be with.
And at last I see the light, and it's like the fog is lifted. And at last I see the light.
The dancing lanterns above allow their new outlooks and feelings to shine through, wonderfully complementing the music and lyrics. It's poignant, touching, and of course, romantic.
All at once all that I see.
Number 3, Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast. As Belle and the Beast begin to develop feelings for each other in something there, they prepare for an enchanted evening together.
True that he's no Prince Charming, but there's something in him that I simply didn't see.
But it's this heavenly marriage of animation and music from Beauty and the Beast that finds our leads sharing a dance in a golden ballroom with the essence of angels walking on clouds, thereby setting the stage for its signature scene as well as its signature tune.
Both a little scared, neither one prepared, Beauty and the Beast.
Belle and Beast are certainly one of the strangest couples Disney has ever brought to the screen.
Rising in the east, tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast.
In this instance, though, the audience indisputably believes the connection between them as their romance peaks. As Howard Ashman's lyrics put it, Beauty and the Beast is a tale as old as time and song as old as rhyme.
Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast.
Number 2, A Whole New World. Aladdin.
I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid.
In addition to winning another slew of awards for Disney, this marvelous number holds the honor of being the studio's only song from one of their animated flicks to reach the Billboard Hot 100 summit.
A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no or where to go.
A Whole New World centers on Aladdin and Jasmine as they finally break out of their confined environment.
A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew.
Getting a bird's eye view aboard a magic carpet, they witness everything from the Great Pyramids to the Forbidden City in China on a moonlit night.
Don't you dare close your eyes. Hold your breath, it gets better.
I'm like a shooting star.
This is easily among Disney's most magical cinematic moments, combining excitement, romance, and excellent animation into one package.
A whole new world, that's where we'll be.
That's where we'll be.
A thrilling chase,
a wondrous place for you and me.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Can You Feel the Love Tonight? The Lion King. The songwriting team of Elton John and Tim Rice played a huge part in making The Lion King a roaring success, this Oscar-winning number being their highlight song. Reunited for the first time since childhood, Simba and Nala begin to see each other in a new light.
The truth about my past, impossible. She'd turn away from me.
Can You Feel the Love Tonight captures the thrill of falling in love, leaving childhood innocence behind, and discovering more adult feelings. It's not only the single greatest love song from Disney, but also one of the absolute best love songs in general.
It can be assumed
His carefree days with us are history.
In short, our pal is doomed.
What Disney song has you swooning? Let us know in the comments.
I have a dream I hope will come true.
That you'll grow old with me.
And I'll grow old with you.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.